Hi everybody, Mature Simmer here. So I'm back here later in the day, and just before I'm signing off, realized I need to get more TMR over to the cows. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's down to about, I think, 20,000 liters, but we only have about 6,000 or 63,000 liters of milk, and we need 77,000 liters for the VIP order. So just letting you see what I'm seeing here. But basically, I think maybe I'll leave it because this is going to take a full day. So let me see what it looks like in the morning. Alright, so we are here in the morning, and it looks like obviously field 22 and field 9 are ready to go. So I'm going to start harvesting them, but most important thing is going to be to start getting these other fields moving. Alright, taking a look at the cows, we went from 21,000 to 10,000, so basically 11,000 did 68. So you can see, so I can expect like 4,500 maybe, so it's almost like it's using 2 liters of TMR for every 1 liter of milk I ultimately get. So I'm going to add maybe just 10,000 liters of TMR into the barn because I don't want to waste it, and not that it will be doing that, but it just that way I can have a little bit more of a handle on what the situation is. So I had put in the 27,000 before. Now we're going to just add another 10,000, and that should get us in a pretty good spot. So if you're new to the series, just joining in flight, welcome. Always happy to have new viewers and people checking out what's going on. Whoops, obviously it did not. Somehow I didn't set the limiter, but I'm not going to worry about it. Because in the end I can't do anything with TMR other than feed cows. So, and the cows do the same thing with the TMR. They eat it, and then they produce milk. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'll just potentially have more milk than I need. But anyway, this series it's called the VIP series because it is based on the VIP Order Manager mod, which in my opinion is one of the best mods in Farming Simulator 22, bar none. It's right up there. I'm not going to say it's better because without GPS, without courseplay, you know, really, like in this series I use courseplay very, very heavily. You know, there's definitely some major mods that are important. So it'd be a little disingenuous to say, you know, it's greater than those things, but I feel very, very strongly about it, simply because it revolutionizes the single-player experience. It gives you something specific to work toward, rather than just having to create your own random story and figure out what you're doing. So this is the main interface within the game for it. The things that are green I've fulfilled, so I have delivered 16,000 liters of floor tiles to this location, to Santos Burrito Market. The milk we're working on is right here. So, you know, trying to get that taken care of, and then all these other things, or some of the other things, are in process. So I do need to get some more wheat over to be delivered and sold. You know, I have enough of that. I didn't actually realize I hadn't finished that, but I hadn't. So I'm going to need to do that, and then, you know, tomatoes and so forth are ongoing and significantly slow in moving forward. So the greenhouses, even though I have some faster greenhouses here based on what was in the map, they still take a long time. So you can see here we've got lettuce, we've got the tomatoes filling out. It only does about 15,000 when everything happens, and then we're stacking up the lettuce because that's not ready or able to be sold until the next level. So everything is plowing along. Since I'm going to go ahead and harvest, now that we've got the TMR done, let me take a look at what the situation is here. So it looks like about noon we're going to get some rain. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to get this field and field 9 moving along, which hopefully we'll be able to do with no problem. And then we'll later be able to get that last bit of wheat. But in the interim, I'm going to try to figure out what I'm going to do for the crops that I need immediately. So I'm going to first off just connect to my seeder, because that's going to be the most important thing. Alright, so we are full up on seeds, which is good. And so the other crop I need immediately is canola. And we need a good amount of it. So I am going to go ahead and plant the large field in canola, and probably the next one, because it looks like for everything else we're going to need here, spelt and triticale in level 7, I'm going to need to do the whole farm. So wheat has a pretty high yield. You can see 175. We were able to get about what we needed with everything. So the likelihood of getting all of that, I think, is going to require every field I've got, just about. You know, and depending on what shows up after we're done with level 6, I may go ahead and actually even utilize field 11 here, which was what I did for potatoes, and get things done with that. But before I make a mistake, let me make sure I'm switched to canola. I have done that before, not necessarily here, but I've done it in my Farmers Only Club series, where I want to plant oats and suddenly I realized I was on wheat. Alright, so as always, our favorite field. Alright, so I'm going to begin planting here. So we're just going to see what things turn into. It looks like we've got some pretty heavy consumption of fertilizer here. You can see we're adding 140 kilograms per hectare. Because we really can't back up here, we do this smooth, and then I have to manually go and fix the corners if I want to, and so forth. But yeah, now we're up to 165. So after the wheat, this is definitely pretty depleted, even though this is loam, which is going to be the best soil option we have. Good news is the seed rate is low, so 35 seeds per square meter. So not too bad, but we likely are going to have to refill the fertilizer before we're done with this field. But, you know, maybe not. Maybe we'll get lucky and get this done. The real question, you know, the struggle I'm having is, do I think this field is enough? I'd like to think so, but I feel somehow in my gut it's telling me it's going to be short. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to go ahead and also plant 7 in canola. We're going to move this, and I am going to grab my grain cart, because I am pretty sure it looked like, when I quickly looked at the map there, my harvester is full, which is not surprising. So, and given that the rain is on its way, I need to run pretty quickly, so I'm going to be more than a bit sloppy here. Just drop that there. It's kind of right in the way, so I need to use my larger tractor for the planting chore. That was the purpose of buying that tractor, was so that I could use a different seeder than what I had available to me when I purchased the farm. So that was my upgrade, but that required more horsepower than I had, so I needed to invest in that larger tractor. So that then means the other tractors that I purchased with the farm, which this is one of them, that I, use those for other jobs where I can. you'll see, if you haven't figured it out, because of the amount of work that the VIPs generate, I tend to use automation to make progress, because otherwise it would be excruciatingly difficult. And to try to be able to get something that's worth showing you done in a given week, to get you an episode, that's what I found works best. So field 10 is mine. This is my alfalfa. Because it's a grass and it regrows, I'm doing everything I can not to use it, and I really don't have to use it. So I'm just leaving that, because while we don't sell raw alfalfa, we've told the VIPs we're not going to service that. And the way we do that is by modifying what's usable or generated by the VIP order manager. You're able to do that with some changes in the files. I've got videos on the channel about that if you're really interested. I'm not going to post a link here because I think it's probably a very unique requirement, but if you're interested and you can't find it, post a note in the comments. I'll be happy to dig it up for you and get it there so that you can know how to modify the VIP order manager and take advantage of the work I did to get through that. So good news is we got a good amount of this field done, which you can see. This is only 10,000 liters, a little bit over 10,000 liters in this harvester. So that's the challenge with a field like 77 or anything, is I basically need 8 of these to go ahead and fulfill that order of 75,000 liters of canola. And I'm just not sure that I'm going to get that. It was not wanting to back up. So I'm going to try to get out of the way here. I probably should get off the field, because I'm not going to be monitoring this. Oh, see, and this is the problem. It's just on the hills of Tuscany here, sometimes our equipment just isn't up to the task. But we do what we can. And so hopefully it won't be too bad when he's ready to go again, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, and we're going to see where we're at. All right, so we've actually, I think, done our headlands, which is a bit crazy to think of. Hopefully he can back up correctly and get this done. Looks a little messy, so I'm not quite sure how well that's going to line up, but it's the benefit of getting things done. But you can see we're already more than half empty with the fertilizer. So before I know it, I'm going to need to be back here, but my focus needs to be, because I have all day to plant this and I can do this in the rain, I need to stay on top of the harvest over there, because we're already up to 9. I don't think we can get field 9 done before the rains come. We may not even be able to get field 22 done before the rains come. But this can wait. This can take all day. And like I said, so my plan is get the other large field planted in canola. So I'm going to do the harvest work. I'm going to do that. And then I'll come back and update you on where things sit and where we're at. And we'll pick up from there. So I'll see you in a bit. Alright, so now I recall what my plan was going to be. I've set the limiter to be the amount of wheat I need. And I am now going to take this wheat over. So this should be enough to fulfill the VIP needs. And then everything else can go into the silo. So we're heading across. Grain mills over there. For those who have been following the series, you're probably getting familiar with this map, I would assume. If it's not one you're familiar with already from your own gameplay. definitely, a nice feel to it now that I've been here a while. But it is settling in to the point where clearly it's taking some effort to make some progress. So this begs the question again, which I'll go ahead and raise at this point because I haven't talked about it in a bit, is what do folks feel is a good length, or a good time to focus on a given season in the VIP series? Is it a certain number of episodes? Is it a certain level of getting to a certain level in the VIP managers? Because in season 1 my initial focus based on using the VIP order manager for the first time was to test out what things looked like per the parameters that the creator of the VIP order manager, Fetty, had indicated that he had designed it around, which was to basically get through about level 20 on small to medium size maps, that it wasn't really built for large maps. So on Riverview in the UK, that was my focus, was to get to level 20, and it just took as long as it took, but that took well over a year of episodes. And that may be fine. People may be like, yep, that's perfect. That gets us through wherever it gets us. But it was also starting to feel a little difficult just because of the amount of work that was necessary to get us there. And in this season, I'm kind of feeling we've jumped to that level pretty quickly. But again, I've added a lot of complexity to this season with the Platinum expansion, or the Premium expansion. I keep getting them mixed up. Alright, so wheat went green, so you can see we are fulfilled with that. So I've got 2 out of my 6 level 6 VIP orders. And then we also have the potato processing, which is where we're getting the fried potato need from. But we are already, I think this is going to be episode 16. And I did have, I think the first 4 or 5 episodes, I was coming out with a couple a week, because I just wanted to kind of get into the point where we were doing some work and not just preparing to do things. So I went through things pretty quickly. Plus it's a little bit easier in the beginning when the VIPs are frankly asking for a little bit less, because you're new to the region and they're just trying to see what you're all about. Did I go too far? No, okay, this is right. Like, did I go too far? I'm getting myself lost. So Cedar's still running over there, which is good. I saw it through the trees, so you can see him running up and down the field. He's got to be getting close, though. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to need that in a bit. But again, I need to focus on this. I'd almost be willing to let that sit on the field till noon, because I don't think I can go refill fertilizer, bring it back, and get it planting again in the time that it's going to take for the harvester to fill up again. But that gets you up to speed. More importantly, it gets us through one of the VIP demands. But I'm obviously heading back here. Can't quite see yet if the harvester's still moving around. I would think, because it's getting the headlands done, that it will. Well, it may have filled up. I guess, no, he's still moving along, so I'm gonna go get him taken care of, keep working along, and then I will see you in a bit. Alright, so I'm dumping some wheat here, continuing to move along. You can see we've got 7 different things in the silo, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab, I think I've got a bale forks, or some forks somewhere, and I'm gonna go move some pallets over in my clothing supply chain, because I think that is probably sitting around not making any progress. You can see I've got the fertilizer cart over here. I've just filled it up, but again, because the focus is on the grain, I'm jumping back and forth, so there's just a lot of hopping that is happening. We're getting really close to the rain. Alright, we got a bucket. Not sure that's gonna work. There's a pallet fork. Maybe we'll try it. Aha! It's underneath. So there's some spikes and so forth. I was getting ready to try to help that out of there, but we're good. So this looks more normal. I was like, that looks like a bale spike. I'm like, that is not what I was expecting. But yeah, progress is being made. We did finish all of 22, and we have made a good dent on Field 9. Oh, they're full again, so let me get out of the way here. While I'm here, I'll give you some of the fun I've been having. I'm literally just hopping back and forth. Like, there is so much happening, which is, again, why I love the VIP Order Manager. So if you're looking to just give yourself something to keep yourself busy with, or, you know, or work at a more leisurely pace if you want. You know, obviously there's nothing. I have had commenters ask, like, is there a time limit? Like, does it say, hey, the VIPs want this by October or something? And no, the VIP Order Manager does not operate that way. So you're able to just, you know, do things at whatever pace you want. So if you wanted to take this set of level 6 orders, if you had them, and you wanted to take a year of your gameplay to do it and just do them all manually and, you know, play a, you know, few minutes every day or something, like, you are in full control. Wow, this is just not wanting to go up this hill. Holy moly. I have got everything down there. But yeah, I mean, it's 10,000-ish liters, so I need... Oh boy, if I don't get this... Well, maybe he'll wait. That would be good. Because if he can empty out, then at least... you know, they can go, and it'll be alright. I just want to make sure he's not falling downhill. Alright, at this point I should probably get out of the way, because somehow something is just making him wait. And again, the rain is coming, whether I like it or not. It's like Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. And it is here too, but we're not playing seasons, so it doesn't matter as much. Because, yeah, initially I was moving the pallets with the trailer, and I realized, well, why am I doing that? Like, it's such a tight area. I've got a little tractor with pallet forks, you know, with, I don't even remember what the arms are called. It's been so long since I've had to buy any, but, you know, we're able to get that done. Now, I'm thinking I'm going to have at least one more. Like, it'll be full one more time, but I don't know that it'll fill 2 more times. So we may get done here in the 30 minutes we have, but there's potentially 2 pallets of fabric sitting over here that need to get moved over to the tailor shop. So we're going to go around here and take a look. But like I said, this can get in here a lot. Oh, we don't have any. Alright, well, we've got 3 of clothes, so let's see, where are we at here? Fabric 106. And they here are... Alright, so I need more wool. So I'll just drive around, but see, this is the benefit. Like, I could never make this path with a truck. So it's all nice that way. Harvester's coming back. Harvester's probably going to be full before we know it. I'm probably not even going to get back and be told I need to move again. This is probably a less efficient way to move wool, but got a little bit of time. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little bit of this so you get a little bit of difference. You can enjoy the beautiful scenery that we're working within here. That is one of the things that drew me to this map. I always like things that might be fun to watch for a YouTube series. So I hope you agree that I made a good selection here. But yeah, we are getting full. You can see they're starting to stack on another level there. But let's see. Wonder if I can grab 2 of them together. That might be a bit much. I knew we could spread them out somehow. So let's take a look here. We'll want to put that up, pick that up a bit. But I'm hoping then I can grab a couple of these, because if I can do that, that I think should be enough. What is happening and why? Is it too heavy? It is. You're kidding me. Really? Yeah, it is. It's too heavy. Oh my goodness. Oh, I can't win. Alright, let me lower that. Will this let me drag? No, it won't. Alright, well, can I pick one up? Come on, I can't even pick one up? Oh, this is sad. I hadn't been paying attention to this, but I'm like, he's got to be waiting. Oh, actually, he's done. So cool. So we have finished the harvest. Against all odds, we've beat the rain. So that is pretty incredible. Oh, and here it comes. Look at that. Perfect timing. I planned it all. I ran this 7 or 8 times. I wish I did. No, actually, I don't wish I did that. It would be a huge waste of time. But, yeah, I don't know that I could have worked it out any more dramatically. Like, literally, he stopped, and there's the thunder. The thunder rolls, as Garth Brooks says. So, a little bit different context than just your pulling weed off a field, but all in all, still good. So at this point, I am going to focus now on getting the canola. I'm going to figure out if I'm going to keep messing with trying to get the wool over the way I'm working on it, because my goodness, if the tractor can't even pick up 1 pallet of wool without a counterweight, that's a whole different thing. So, actually, I have a weight on the front here. Maybe I can drop that in the back, or drop that and then let him use that. That might work. So, if that does, I'll probably go ahead and do things, I suppose. I'll let you tag along. Why not? This is what Farming Simulator and videos are about, right? So, let's see. We're going to drop that, because I don't need that to pull this. So I'll be back when I'm picking up the weight. So getting later in the day, but I am finally done planting these 2 fields with canola. Had to make several trips to get fertilizer. Definitely been pretty busy. So as with anything here, there's very... I try to keep things brief. I try to keep things focused as I show them to you in episodes here, but this has taken me the better part of 3 to 4 hours working pretty consistently to get this work done today. So at this point, I am going to go ahead and wrap this as the episode. Again, we're kind of at the point now where we've got what we need. We'll just stop here and take a peek. So we're working on the potatoes. Let's take a look at those. So unfortunately, I forgot I need to keep getting vegetable fat over there, and then that will get more potatoes moving. So that was holding things up. That's going to slow things down a bit. But again, this is going to take a while to get done, because we're only talking about 700 per pallet. So we've got what, 4, 5, 6, 7? We've got 4,900 here out of 23,000 that we need. Milk we talked about earlier. Canola just got planted, so we should have enough there. And then we're going to have the tomatoes, which are going to take some time. So I think between the fried potatoes and the tomatoes, those are going to be our long poles in the tent. I'm going to continue to work on lettuce. We might take a look at olive oil next time. And then we've got the clothes going. So yes, so this was the last piece we had. Let me lift that up because it's clearly not letting me turn. But let me go get this. Whoops. Got my wheel stuck. I'm trying to rush because I'm running out of time here when I can actually do things. But let me see if I can get this weight and then get some wool over. Now it refilled there, so that's kind of in the way. But let me see if I can get these two. Alright, hopefully, there we go. We're a little better. Still, you're kidding me. So what I want to do is tip that back. Alright. I think I'm good above there. And hopefully, yeah, this would have actually been helpful to do while I was planting, but as tends to happen as I'm working on my work for the VIPs, my attention got focused somewhere else and it didn't happen. But this is going to get me 2,000 liters, which I think should get me 1,000 liters of fabric. And I'm hoping, I think that will be enough then to get me what I need on the clothes. And so that we can say we're caught up there. And so as I was starting to say, I think the olive oil will be something I can look at, because I think I need to get some more olives over there. I'm just going to have to take a look at that. But that will be for another day, because that again is level 7. And I'll probably start looking at getting some other crops in these fields so that the fields are not simply sitting, and that at least I'm getting a head start, because there is a lot of production needed for all of the other items as far as the spelt and triticale. So we're going to drop this off here. There we go. So I'm going to leave them there, because then I'm going to need to move that, and there you go. We now have already used up 2 liters of wool in the time we've been here, 3 liters. So we are now spinning fabric again. But in my beautiful Tuscany home, I'm going to come out here in the patio this evening again. It's dinner time. I think it's been a pretty good day's work. I hope you agree. If you do and you've enjoyed the video, please consider giving it a like if you've not already done that. And if you are not a subscriber, please consider that. And I will see you next time.